Guys, you have probably previously seen these websites where when you try to scroll to the website, you will be able to find out these cool animations that are going to be coming up based on the scroll speed. So if you scroll it faster, it's going to be even more faster. So that's exactly that we'll be doing in this video. We'll be creating a similar website like this of like I just actually did it now. So as you can see, it's on localhost. I just did it now. So I'll be showing you the exact process that we have to follow in order to create these sort of cool premium animating style websites. And trust me, it's not at all complicated task. So it's just a 3-step process that I'll tell you, which you could follow and try to come up with these sort of premium like animated websites. So with that being said, let's get started with the video. So let's try to divide this into 3 simple steps. So I'll just try to explain you very quickly so that we'll be able to try to come up with this. So the first step that we have to do is to create a product image. So if you have checked with the one that I have shown you in the intro, so the product image that we have here is the headphone, right? So the first thing that you have to do here is to create a product image. So that's the first thing that you have to do. And then the second step that you have to come up with is going to be to create these frames for the image that you have generated. So the frames here means, so let's say like, okay, I'll just tell you what exactly is it once we get into the video. So the second step is to create frames. In this scenario, we'll be creating 5 frames for the thing. So the next and the third step is to animate those frames that we have created. Animate the frames. So that's the thing that we'll be doing in this third step. So this is the 3-step process. It's very simple, and I'll walk you through every single step that we have. Let's get started with the first step of creating the product image. And in this video, maximum we'll try to like most of the tools that we are using has the free limit or free tier or whatever we call. And I'll just tell you a few other alternatives. Let's say if I'm using any paid one, you could just, I'll try to tell you a few of the free alternatives that you could as use as well. So the first thing that we have to do is to create the product image, right? So just go to so for the images we'll be using ChatGPT, and if you want you could use Gemini, you could use Hixfield, you could use Midjourney, whatever you want, but in this video I'll try to use the ChatGPT to generate the images. And now I'll just try to paste out the prompt. So if you want to get the prompt, like all these prompts and all the resources that I'm using, you could just try to go ahead and check the description. I'll be leaving out for free. You could just download it from there right away. So I'm now creating the product image. So once the product image is created, we could start creating the frames for this product image. So in the meantime, I just wanted to create a simple basic Next.js project, and to create it, npx create next app at the rate latest. So if you just try to type out this command, you'll be able to create the Next.js app, and I'm giving it the name as here. So that's what I used for the product. As you can see, it's here. So I'll be using the same, and I'll just click on enter and again enter. So it's now going to create a Next.js project for me, and then we'll be using this project to import all these images and the motion that will be transitions or whatever we create later. We'll be importing that into this video or in this project, and we'll be using that out. So we are done with the first like the main core image, and let's just try to go ahead and now come up with a few frames that we could use to animate. So let's say if I have to show you this, so this is one frame, and let's say if I go to the start of the website, so this is another frame. So as you can see, these are the frames that we'll be creating now with this. So I'll just paste out the prompt for the first frame, and I'll just try to attach this image. So I have attached the image. Now I'll just try to send it out. So we'll now have the first frame, and if I have to check with it, as you can see, we now have this created. I'll just open it up in any of the code editor that might whatever the thing that you are using, either anti-gravity, Gemini, CLI, Codex, CLI, whatever the thing that you are using, you could just go ahead with it. I'll be using Cloud Code, so I'll just try to import that particular thing over here. So as you can see now, I have the editor opened up. So what I'll try to do is we'll have this public folder, right? So I'll try to create two directories here or folders. So one thing I just want to create it for images, and then I wanted to create the other one for maybe videos, or you could name whatever you want, transitions, motion, whatever you want you could name, but just for our reference. So we'll be adding all the images over here, and we'll be adding all the videos into here. So with that being said, we have generated few images now, right? So let's try to download those images into our project. So I'll start out with this particular one. I'm naming the product image as product, and I'm just downloading it. And coming to the second image. So okay, let's just try to submit out the other prompt. In the meantime, it generates it. So this is the other prompt, the second frame prompt. I mean, you could directly go ahead and get all these prompts. You don't have to worry about them. You could go through them and try to check with them and come up with your own creativity. Okay, now I'll just try to add this image into our folder, and I'll name it as frame 1. Okay, and okay, so our next frame is being generated. So in the same way, you have to generate 5 frames. So we have it ready, and I have the prompt for the fourth frame. So I'll just, sorry, the third frame that we are generating. So I'll just try to download the second frame, and I'll name it as frame 2, and I'll save it. Now we have to come up with the prompt for the frame 4. All right, I have the prompt and the image. I mean, this image, if you observe it, I am just attaching the initial product image that I have generated. So I'm just pressing enter. So it's going to generate the fourth frame. I'll download the third frame. Okay, in the same way, you just have to generate 5 frames. I mean, this is going to be like I'll just come back after I generate all the 5 frames. All right, so I now have all my 5 frames that I've created. So if I go over here, so this is the first frame, and like we have the product image. This is like the original product image, and then frame 2, frame 3, and we have the fourth one, and this is the fifth one. So all of these are created. So now if we have to check with our flow, so what is the next thing that we have to do is to animate the frames, right? So for that, we'll be using Google Omni. So for that, you have to go to labs.google. I'll be leaving that in the I'll be leaving the link in the description. So either you could also do it from VO3 or a few of the other models, Cdance, Kling, whatever you want to, but like Google is going to give you some free credits, right? So you could just try to utilize those and create the videos. And if you have observed it in this particular uh, maybe the video, you see the watermark is there in the like the website as well that we have generated. So I'll try to show you a way where you could try to remove that watermark. So let's get started with creating it. So the thing that we have to do is, again, we need to have the prompts, and the thing here is, so I'll give you like a bit context of how we will be generating the transitions or the motion. So here we have created 5 frames, right? So what we'll try to do is we'll try to match out, or we'll try to pair two different scenes or two different images or two different frames that we are calling it here, and try to create one transition. So if we try to check it that way, we'll be getting a total of 4 transitions, where frame 1, frame 2 would be 1, 2, 3 would be 1, 3, 4 would be 1, and 4, 5 would be 1. So that's the thing that we'll be doing. So for that, again, we need to come up with the prompts. So again, I'll go back to ChatGPT. So here we have all the images, right? So we have to get all these images into the Google Omni. So I'll maybe just try to create a new project. All right, so I'm on a new project. So what I'll try to do is I'll try to drop all the images that we have generated. So which is going to be in public and images. So I'll just try to, I think I just need frames. I don't need the product. I'll just try to drop all of these into the uh, Google Omni. So, I mean, this is Google Labs. So here we'll be using few models like we have Nano Banana for image generation, and we have Omni Flash and all for video generation, VEO3 and all of those. We'll be using Omni Flash for the video generation, which is the most recent or the most powerful model that we have from Google. So what I'll try to do is I'll try to remove all of these, and here I'll paste out the first prompt. So if you have to check with the prompt, here it's going to tell you image 1 and image 2 or scene 1 or scene 2. So here you need to attach the those two particular things. So this is frame 1, that is the thing that we have to attach for sure, and we have to attach the frame 2. So just look out for frame 2. So this is frame 2. I am attaching frame 2 as well, and I'm generating 4 seconds video. The reason that I'm like, you could generate 6 seconds, that's the sweetest spot I would say, but I'm generating it for 4 seconds because I told you that I'll show you a free tool that you could use to remove the watermarks in the video. Even though I am on a paid plan on this particular labs or whatever we call, as you can see, but here you'll not be having the option to disable the watermark for the videos. So that is a kind of a limitation that we have on the side of Google. So even though you have a paid plan, you can't do that. So we need to figure out a solution to do that. So I just found out a tool, I'll show you. But in that particular tool, in order to use for free, maybe like, I mean, in order to use that particular tool for free, you need to have the video below 5 seconds. So that's the reason that I'm putting it to 4 seconds. If you like just wanted to come up with a professional thing, I would say go ahead with 6 seconds, but the watermark thing, you have to consider that. So with that being said, I'll proceed with the first one. Here we could do parallel processing. I'll get the second transition prompt as well. So for the second frame, we need the image of image 2 and image 3. So look out for the frame 2. So this is frame 2, and look out for frame 3. So I think, yeah, this is the frame 3. So I'll send it out again, and this is the prompt for the third transition, where we have image 3 and image 4. So I'll just have to look out for image 3, and I'll have to add it here, and I have to look out for image 4, which is this one, and I'll add it again here, and I'll send it again. And the final transition, I'll just paste this out, and I have to attach the 4 and 5. So here so this is 4, and where is the 5? So yeah, this is the fifth one. So I'm sending it out. So we'll be coming up with 4 different transitions that we'll be using. So as you can see, this is the first one that we have already came up with. I'll try to download this. So if you are not on a paid plan, Google only allows you to download until 720p. So if you are on a pro plan, you could download it up to 1080. uh, Again, with the watermark, you can't remove the watermark, so that's the biggest problem. But anyhow, I'm downloading this particular thing, so I'll just wait for it to complete, and I'll download all of these 4 ones, and then I'll get back to the video. All right, so we have all the videos now generated. So quickly, I wanted to show you for one video, I just wanted to show you how to remove the watermark. So so I just searched online, and I found out this website, which is called, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but I'll just leave the link in the description. Zava or whatever it is. So I created a free account, and it gave me around 30 credits. And so if you just come over to this AI tools section, you'll have this option called video watermark remover. So here it's going to ask you to upload the video. So I am uploading the first video here, like the first transition that we have generated, and I'll click on watermark, and I'll process it. So here we'll just have to wait for it to process, and after that the watermark would be removed. And here for you to get get this thing, like if you see here, you could download the 5-second preview for free, or else if you have, in order to download the full video, you have to pay it. So that is the problem that I have. The reason that I have told you to use it the 4 seconds is that's the reason. So if you are okay with the watermark, which most of you won't be, so that is the reason I actually suggested you to go with the 4-second video. So here, as you can see, the resolution is as well the same resolution before and after. So I'll just try to download this up, and I'll save it again to the, I'll just replace the so I'll just try to save it up, and I'll replace the first one that we have generated. And okay, now like you could do the same for all the other ones as well. As you can see, the credits are as well not deducted, so that is the thing. And once you are here, I'll just go back to Cloud Code, and here you will be able to see all the videos that we have and all the frames that we have, or the images. So I'll now just switch my model to Fable. I mean, you don't have to. So if you are like maybe using like, let's say in this scenario, this is the paid version, right? So in this scenario, I'm using Cloud Code. So if you are not sure, or if you wanted to go ahead and use all the free alternatives that we have, you could just go ahead and do that. But in this scenario, I'll be using Cloud Code. And one quick thing here is that so we will be implementing the scroll animations, and we'll be using all those things, right? Like for the Claude to know it properly, instead of us giving the core detailed prompts. So there is this skill that I have found out, and we could just try to install this skill. So what I'll try to do is I'll just try to copy the command, and I'll go back to Claude, and I'll just ask it to install the skill, and I'll just wait for it to install the skill. And once that is done, I have the prompt I could use to like, okay, so we just have to wait for the skill to install, and then we have to reload the Cloud Code, and then the skill would come up. So as you can see, the skill is now installed. I'll just open up the new Cloud Code, and maybe I'll just try to check. So as you can see, the skill is installed, and now I'll just paste out the prompt, and that's it, like nothing else. So this is the prompt again that I'll be giving you. You don't have to worry about it, and it's going to go through and check all the frames and the videos, and it's going to generate the website. So I think so. I'll just wait for the website to be generated, and I'll show you the website once it's generated completely. Okay, so now we finally have the website. As you can see, it's now on the 3001, localhost 3001. So this is the thing that Claude came up with. So the scrolling experience starts from here. I'm scrolling very slow. So this is the thing. And okay, it's really cool actually. And this is the second, and this is the third one, and this is the fourth one. Again, this is just the first iteration. So I mean, the creativity is up to you. You could just go ahead and make whatever the changes that are needed to be done. So this is the like, we now have the website like properly there, or the landing page. So yeah, this is the thing that I just wanted to show you in the video, where how we could create this sort of website. So I now have given you the structure or the flow that we have to follow. You could even go ahead and come up with even more beautiful and even more premium ones. So that's the thing that I just wanted to share in this video. I hope you found the video helpful. The all the prompts that we have used will be linked in the description. You could download them for free. With that being said, I'll see you in the next one.